Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and yeah, we finished the barrel demo. Or I mean, kind of finished. We didn't texture it, but maybe we could go back and texture it. And yesterday we had some 50% Friday. Did some good doodling with gravel, and today we are going to work on the mouse demo. Which once again we're kind of being thrusted into the to the ether. I don't know a better word for it. We're being introduced some difficult concepts, a bunch of stuff to learn and absorb and stuff. But that's just kind of how it is with lesson 6, it seems. But we're gonna give it our best and try to learn something here and there. So before we get started, let's do a little warm up. Yeah, I don't know. Disappointed is a strong word, but I'm disappointed with lesson 6 just because of the lesson content. Like, I feel like a lot more, and I mean, actually, I shouldn't be disappointed because it's free, right? Like, this is free content that I'm complaining about. It is just relatively lackluster compared to things like lesson 2 or even lesson 5, which is a bit disappointing. There's a lot of, I don't know, missing explanation. I can't remember. I think it was Discord. I probably shouldn't say their name. A Discord member, Drawbox Discord member, who was like, I'm not sure if I missed anything, but all I got from this lesson was like step 1, draw box. Step 2, draw the mouse. So I need to start looking at more lesson 6 critiques, because the same thing kind of happened in lesson 5. It wasn't as tough as this one in terms of, like, I don't know, lack of information. Because I feel like the other lessons, even lesson 4, really prepared you for lesson 5. But given lesson 6 is kind of the first, I hate that so much. Given lesson 5 is kind of like the first of its kind, right? Lesson 6. You were gonna just have, gaps like that, and it sucks. But we'll get through it. We'll adjust. We're smart sometimes. Except for my camera. Don't ever tell a Kavel to make a camera work, because he will not. I barely figured out microphones. Don't try to get me to start to understand cameras. Yeah, so my main thing with this one is like, hey, yo, what's up, Penguin? It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, my main one with this is I feel like Uncomfortable could have had a section dedicated to orthos. And he kind of just was like, surprise, surprise, you're doing orthos now for this one. And like it has a demo, or not even a demo, or like an informal demo about these, so. How's your day going so far, Penguin? Been a minute, hope you've been well. Good to hear. Is it my head? Oh, that's my shadow. Okay. The shadow of my head. It's like my hair in the camera. That's good to hear. We are in the midst of lesson 6. We're going to be drawing a computer mouse over the next couple streams. We don't have the best instructions of how to do it. Like, when it comes to the orthos, I get why we do them. Just like, I would like some technique, or like, I would like to have, like my own orthos, like make my own. And you're like, well, Kavel, you will be making, no, I'll be drawing his orthos, basically. But I would like to have like the side and top profiles of the mouse. Once again, we're going to try our best. Yeah, like techniques for how to make sure an ortho, like how to ensure a ratio of sides for an ortho. So like one side is this many other sides, or Instead, I'll just be trying to reference Uncomfortable's orthos with a ruler. Like, okay, this is that many. And to not be afraid of going to some weirder. Like, I'm used to like fourths, eighths, sixteenths, but there's fifths out there, and if you could do fifths, then you can do, tenths and etc. That's in the informal, like, soap bottle or hand sanitizer or mouthwash bottle. I think it's mouthwash, actually. Ortho thing. And actually, give me a quick second. I'm also going to take off my sweatshirt real quick. Here we go. Sorry about that. I was kind of messing with my, I don't know, agility. My ability to move around and stuff. Mobility, I don't know. And it's intimidating, I think, because like lesson 5 was particularly intimidating. So, maybe it's just same shit, different toilet. Should have slowed down to Ghost for that. A little bit inaccurate, but who cares? I do. Oh, there's humming in this. How was my day? It was okay. I got some homework done, got some chores done. I got to draw a little bit, which was very fun. And I hung out with some friends. I initially didn't want to hang out with the friends because I just wanted to draw, but I was like, screw it. I think that was a good choice to go hang out with them. However, I would have also been happy if I just got to draw all day too. And I hope your day's going well. You said it's good, so all that stuff. Yeah, trying to hype myself up for lesson 6. It's scary. Like I make cool stuff. It's just I would like some more instruction, but I'm going to complete it to the best of my ability, and maybe a little bit more. And then we're off to new masters. That's kind of like my thing. Is like I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the new masters academy. I'm like, it'll be a challenge too. It'll be intimidating, and I'll feel just the same way I am now. It's always greener, but new beginnings are still unique. It's not always the same problem. Things do get better over time, very slowly. Starting to feel like it should be up here, but that conflicts with our VP down here. Hmm. Been a minute since I drew something, so I'm just doodling some stuff. That sounds awesome. Have anything specific that you're doodling, like characters or animals? My recent obsession has been character poses. Heck yeah. Yeah, my recent obsession has been Venom from Marvel Rivals, or I mean, Venom from Marvel, I guess, but specifically the one from Rivals, which I want to redo the drawing I made for him. I don't think I made him muscular enough. But like also other characters from Rivals. Yo, what's up, Bear? How's it moving? Welcome, welcome. Ich. I thought I was sick earlier today, and I'm not. Or at least I don't feel sick right now. I feel much better. Yeah, Penguin is here. Cameo. Wonder if there's a good program that's good for making orthos. Finish the second season of ONB? Is that something the new? Orange is the New Black. There we go. I don't know why I was blanking on that. I feel stupid. But huge. How you feeling so far about it? Why did it take me? I mean, that makes sense. You're tired. I feel that. I started rewatching Mob Psycho just to feel something. And I feel happy. I love my Mob Psycho so much. To one episode. Did you just binge? Is that the cause of the tired? So Lips was going so well. It was 1 p.m. and now it's 5. That happens very quickly, doesn't it? Okay, now we've realized, hey. Well, was it the end of seasons always grab me, right? They hook you really well. But hey, now we know. That's how they get you. That's how it was with season 1 of Beastars. Season 1 of I would like legit watch it before I went to the gym, and then I would listen to it / watch it in the gym, and then come back and continue watching it. Like I got through it in like a week and a half, or like 2 weeks. It was fast. I was obsessed with it. And then season 2 was okay. Season 3, I'm not feeling as much of the allure, but I was also ruined because I saw so many clips of it on YouTube. Can't remember another show. I mean, maybe JoJo. When I first started watching JoJo, I was like that. Probably, I could imagine that for Oh, and then AOT for sure. I've decided I've been drawing too many buff men, so I'm going to draw not buff men, different body types for a while. Kavel, why don't you draw women? Why don't you shut up? I have thought about maybe I will, but I don't know. It's not my prerogative right now. Yeah. Kavel threatening his imaginary demons. Ay, what am I doing? Okay, no. That's unacceptable. I don't even know what that was. We're doing a better string of ellipses. That was ridiculous. It's the voices in my head saying like, "Hey, don't fall." What do they call it? Like white man syndrome, where it's like, you draw so many like white male heads or poses or bodies, and like the prototypical like lower body fat, all of that. So like all of your bodies come out like that, and faces especially. So I do need to be wary of that. That is true. And in my case, it's not necessarily a white male syndrome, but male syndrome. They call that homosexuality. I'm the opposite. I used to feel pressure to have to expand my visual library, but bleh. I definitely pressure myself. I'm not sure if it's something that I'll drop or something that, like, how I'll feel about it. I don't know. Because I like expand, sometimes. If I'm interested in it, then yeah. But, like, I'm not going to learn how to, I don't know, like, draw species of cat, right? Actually, no, I would. Because I really like pumas. You know what I mean. If it doesn't apply to me, like elephants, eh. Some anime art styles or tropes, meh, right? Cool. We're gonna go to BRB at time. Yay. Yeah, that. And then we have a lot to talk about with draw a box in lesson 6, and then we're gonna start our mouse demo. So be right back, guys. I just realized my chat widget broke because I had some issues before stream. Let's see if we could fix that. There we go. Fixed. Bleh. It is because I broke the chat. Stream Elements, which is the thing I use to multi-stream, signed me out, so I had to restart OBS, which mucked up my my chat feature, which I apologize. It's a yeah. It refreshed one of the scenes because I didn't activate it at the beginning. It's weird. Anywho, let us talk about Drawbox. The subject of discussion. God damn it. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yay. Okay, so I'm on my laptop right now, so you're getting laptop Kavel. So we are drawing this today. What the hell? That's hard. You may be asking, Kavel, how does my window have audio coming out of it? Oh, I think it's whatever. Anyways, what the heck? Well, we're gonna start with a box. We do an ortho. We put the ortho on the box, and you draw a mouse. That's practically what we get. And I mean, and look, it looks great. I'm the animal mouse. I know, right? I'd be happy with doing a mouse construction. Little guy, draw a mouse. Exactly. And someone put it in the Discord quite aptly. I feel like all this is telling me is step 1, draw a box. Step 2, draw a mouse. And it kind of is, because there's not, like, there's only this and then another thing about how to create orthos, right? And, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I forgot, Bear, you are engaged in rat warfare, which I could only wish you the best of luck. Oh, bet your dog's fit. Okay, yeah, get him out of here. Get the rat launcher, send that rat to the moon. The rat was cute, but if it's attacking your crusty white dog, then respectfully, that was a respectful crusty white dog. Then yeah, we can't have that. But yeah, so we are going to start with the orthos. The hardest part about the orthos, IMO, is going to be the ratios. Maintaining the ratio of what the mouse looks like. And then the hardest part of the box isn't going to be anything. It's weird. The hardest part so far of lesson 6 is just getting that proportion correct, which is tough. And so I'm going to get my ruler out, actually. I don't like this song. Sorry, whoever made it, but I'm not a fan of this one. Get nuked. Yeah, okay, sorry. That was mean. Also, yeah, my new, I think I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to do a stream upgrade. We're going to have a little thing in the bottom of the screen, like down here, for if ad break is happening. And then we're going to have a thing up here for any notifications, so if people follow, if they sub. Also, I just realized this is a bit confusing looking, because it looks like it doesn't take up the whole screen. Like, see how the bear mug right here is higher than the top of this? That just confused me for a second. Anyways, yes. Orthos. So I'm just going to measure it with my ruler. It is 1 inch. Wow, that is perfectly an inch on my screen by 2.25. That sucks. That's a terrible number. That's awful. I don't like that. 2 1/4. Maybe the scratch pad that I have, that I use for, like, you know, getting rid of the ballpoint stuff, muck. I can also write down ratios, because that is just gross. And then the second one is 1.5 tall. So 1 1/2. These are some weird ratios, guys. It could be worse. In fact, it is quite lucky that we were able to get it like this. But and since 2 1/4 is so specific, I want to, like, try to keep our ratios like that. And also fitting the orthos on the page and the mouse itself will also be a unique challenge. But speaking of challenge, let's actually, I just realized we're in this. Oh, did I skipped the song by pressing enter. Oops. That's also something I need to fix about my keypad, is The input isn't captured, so it transfers to whatever scene it's on. Anyways, this is not the paper we're going to use, but it was right here because that's our underpage. Underwear. Cool. So let's get started. I'm nervous, guys. I am nervous. I haven't felt this nervous in a while for doing a Drawbox thing. Maybe since like lesson 5. Because it's conceptually difficult. I don't know where to start. 250 cylinders wasn't as conceptually difficult. This is. Why do I even keep it in the sleeve? I don't know. But I do. Okay. Liking this music. It's fitting for tonight. So how much room do we want to dedicate for this hee-ha funny ortho? If I kept it its actual on-screen width, and like multiples of this will be kind of icky. Because like if I 1.5 it, which I think would be a good size. Let's see, what is our longest dimension is 9 halves, and if we multiply that by 3 halves, we get 24, which gives us, that can't be right. Oh, wait, no, my math is wrong because I'm stupid. What? I'm actually tripping. What? Wait. Oh, because, yeah, I'm an idiot. That's why. Hey, what's up, Rise? How's it going? I am alive. I am drawing. Lesson 6 is hard, but we're alive, so that's what matters. How's it going with you? I was wrong. I was very confidently wrong. It's 9/4, not 9 halves. That is where I failed. Times 3 halves, which gives us 27. Oof. You done with finals? Heck yeah, man. How do you feel? And that gives us 3 3/8, which is also icky. Clutch an A, huge. Starting off with a 4.0, man. Good stuff. Great work. This is a really icky number. 3 3/8. What would that look like on here? That'd look like this. That's quite large. We could do 1.25. Am I probably the only person in Drawbox ever to obsess about this? Yes. We'll do this. Yeah, we'll do it by 1.5. So that gives us 3 3/8. 1 times 1.5 equals 1.5. 1.5 times 1.5, you're just adding that, so it becomes 2.25. Cool. So let's start with our orthos. Bleh. Ortho this, ortho that. It still feels a bit weird pulling out the ruler for a Drawbox assignment, but oh wait, I could just do this. Very silly. Put it 1/4 of an inch in. So 1/4 of an inch in. 1, 2, 3, and 3/8, 2, 3. And then we're also adding a 1/4 of an inch, so right here. So yeah, because if we have 3/8, that just leaves 5/8. So cool. And if we double check, that is not correct. We're like a 16th over. Some very MIDI music. Final Fantasy, that makes sense. That voice in my head, the money making voice, has been telling me, wait, 1 and 1.5. Just like make the big game, you know, like the, okay, this ain't right. Hmm. 1.5. Wait a quarter. That just ain't right. Is it? No. 2.25 by 1. So it would be 1.5 by 3.375. I don't trust myself. This doesn't feel right, but whatever. Classic song. I just don't trust. I don't trust how this looks, but whatever. We'll deal. Okay, now we have the 2.25, and then we're gonna add another 1/4 of that, so 2.5. 2. The fact that I have to do orthos before drawing this is very intimidating. In fact, completely deters me from doing redos, because that means I have to do the orthos again. It's like there's no point in doing that twice. So let's make sure we do this correctly. At least once you have some of the main stuff down, like boxes and etc., this lesson becomes quite peaceful. In fact, there was a demo that I did see that I want to check out real quick. We love the gravel emote. Because I made it, of course. Or there's a thought in my head of beakless gravel. I feel like it would be cool to see that exist. I don't know, because like drawing him with a beak is correct. It's just I don't know. It feels weird, or I just don't do it correctly. I have a way in my head, and yeah, I just don't. I don't capitalize on it if that makes sense. Because I do like how like I don't know needly like how thin crackle beaks are. Which I don't feel like I do that well, especially with how I draw him now. But hey, maybe we'll explore that one day. For now, we draw mice. Yeah, looking at the student's demo, I can kind of see what they're up to. Which means I will need to open up a pinned thing. No pins in lesson 6, are you crazy? Oh, on the lesson 6 channel. Yay! Someone save this. Hoard everything. So, okay. Let's see if we can do this there. This is a Pinterest thing. How often do I trim my hair? I go to the barber. I've been trying to be better about it because I've realized whenever I get a nice haircut, I feel better. I have a better self-image, so I've been trying to get it more. I'd say guaranteed every 2 months. That is like how frequently I get my haircut. But yeah. Sometimes sooner than that. Maybe 1.5 months, but yeah. And I keep my hair very short, very, very short. Okay, that sounds like buzz cut. Not buzz cut level, but I like it shorter. There is the option of one day trying to grow up my hair. I don't really want. I don't see myself with like. I was talking to my friends about this today. I would love to like try earrings, right, to get my ears pierced. It's not gonna work. I don't look like it. It just won't work with me. Same thing with hats. I'm not a hat guy. I love hats. I just don't look good in hats. Things that I'm confined to. Cut your hair shorter. Interesting. Well, yeah, I don't think maybe you've seen my hair. I can't remember. Do not consider me a person to be an authoritative source on the subject of hair, given my prevalence for losing it and also, right? Like, what do I know? Anyways, this is a entire look at it's beautiful entire list. Oh, look at that entire list of. I have a theory why I lost so much hair last semester or last year, I guess I should say, but I'm not sure. I can't verify it, and I don't want to put like straight misinformation out there. So, yeah, this is a how to subdivide to any fraction or to any of the main fractions, right? And then afterwards, why are you subdividing that much? If you're going past a 15th, actually, you don't really need anything more than a 15th, right? Because then 16th is just, subdivide 4 times, 2 times, 4 times? It's a square, right? So 3? Because first you did fourths, and then eighths, and then 16ths. So yeah, 3 times. But look at that. So we have this in case we need it. Why do I have 2 drawbox tabs? Get out of here. Cool. So once again, we're still trying for this. And yeah, I guess I'll just do a little bit of that. Now, is my hair loss horrible? No. Am I coping Yeah, am I like complaining because it like I did lose hair in the process of going to college? For sure, yeah. I would love to have magnificent, beautiful hair, and to be 6'5", 200 pounds, ripped. But no, like who cares? Cool. So, for this, I'm stressing. There. Okay, let's pull this into pure ref actually to talk more about it. Let's talk about it. To quote the Tyler, the creator. There we go. Give me that. There we go. Okay. So, sorry, I peeked the mic there. This sucks because I'm at a very weird angle to my laptop. Ugh. So, this could easily. I want red. Give me red. Why do I not have red? Thank you. Man, that stupid thank you meme is stuck in my head. That could easily be a fourth. I aspire to become cousin LTT. Who is cousin LTT? Cousin LTT. Oh my god. The Addams family. Holy moly. Yeah, holy. Bear, I wish you the best of luck. However, I don't think you'd want to maintain that much hair. Look how straight it is. Like, holy. You want to do that? Kind of gives me a, what's his name? Oh, the red mop-looking dude from that one extremely, like, uncanny slash horror, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Look at this curve. This curve bothers me. Look at that. That's stupid. Uncomfortable. What were you doing right here? Bleh. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Yeah. Goated show. So I have something to consider right here. Mr. Uncomfortable, why do we have gaps on both sides? Why can't we just shove it all to one side? Unless this is supposed to be another fourth. Or like an eighth, I guess, in this context. Oh, don't do that. I should rewatch Don't Hug Me. I need to watch the latest episode of oh my god. It like came out when I first started the school semester and I was like in a bad mood when moving back, or like not a bad mood, just like an anxious bleh mood, so I didn't want to watch Pomni, freaking what is that show called? Whatever. Amazing Digital Circus. I need to watch the latest episode because they're coming out with a new one. Now, apparently like a lot of lore has been happening. Which is good. I'd like to hear it. I'm going to assume this gap happens right here. This is a bit weird. I'm not sure how I want to do this because it's definitely cannot be approximated. I'd say that's a third of this, right? I'm just going to write 3 next to that because there's no way with this trackpad I'm going to be able to. 3. I could do 1/3. I'm goated. No. Gonna hop up for dinner. Okay, thank you very much for stopping by, Penguin. Wish you best of luck with your drawings. I hope you could turn them into illustrations, and always feel free. Oh goodness, to stop by. Hope you enjoy your dinner, or not. Whatever, whatever makes you the most happy, I guess. Last night, I'm not gonna lie, I was hating. I felt bad. I realized I shouldn't have done this. My roommate and his partner suggested, we went to a restaurant, and I was hyped because it was a Cajun restaurant. So what am I gonna get? Of course I'm gonna get pasta, right? Cajun pasta, and it wasn't good. And I voiced that too. I was like, this sucks. I was like, they invited me to this restaurant. I'm paying for myself, but they suggested this restaurant. We went. I drove there, if that makes it any better, but I complained about it, and I probably shouldn't have. I could have said afterwards, but I feel like I wasn't that tactful. Mr. Uncomfortable, look at this. Where is our center? What are we doing? Oh wait, no, that's not a diagonal line. Where does this curve happen, Mr. Uncomfortable? It kind of has a flatter top. Give me less than 5 vibes, and I'm kind of for it. You know what? I'm gonna have all the third lines. This is anal retentive and stupid, but Move that up a little bit. This is the music that plays when Gravel walks in the room. No, I thought it was gonna be like a really romantical, romantical. Is that a word? I just know it from that one meme. Song. Like needlessly romantic. Trackpad, be damned, this boy can write a third. Okay. So yeah, we have a third right there. I'm gonna petition that this. What the heck? It's like a Minecraft item. Oh, dude, I'm a sucker for trumpet. That's close enough to being right there. We can close our eyes. Can we pretend that... No, sorry. This, I'm going to assume, hits the third at its lowest. That's Family Guy to my lowest. Assume that passes through the halfway mark, or maybe we're a little bit under it. We'll approximate that. The curve, we'll say the curve happens right here for that one. Curve back here. Assuming it's going to be flat at top is probably not the best thing. So we'll assume a curve happens up here on our own. Trackpaddrawing.com. One thing, I wanted to make a website that would probably be difficult because I've never made anything like this. I think it's, what is it called? Like Magnificent Corpse? Here, wait. Oh, not that button. Thanks. Exquisite Corpse. Exquisite Corpse is the game. Sorry, I had to Google it. I didn't want you guys seeing that just in case it was something bad. Exquisite Corpse is the game. Corpse is the game where like you fold a paper into 3. My God. Trackpad drawing. Right? And you draw like the head up here, the torso right here, and the legs down here, right? And I wanted to make a website where you could do that with friends. And like it has a timer, and you do like 3 of them. So everyone gets one of the things. And it randomly assigns you them, and like it'll somehow like show you like where they left off on the bottom so you could connect them easier. I thought that'd be fun. When I wanted to join, this was before I started streaming, I wanted to join one of the art clubs on my campus, and they actually did this. But I had to show up late to the meeting because I was part of a data club, like data science club. And it was funny because like so many people drew furries to the point where the like event administrator was like, we've never had this before. Like I did not know so many furry artists were on our campus. Thankfully, I didn't have to play the game because I walked in so late, and I felt pressured. I felt like it was a bit too much for me. I probably would have stressed. Now, probably not. But back then as an art baby, yeah. Okay, so right here, what is this measurement? This is a strange measurement. We could also do a third up here. What is that even measuring? So many freaking... Okay, it's measuring this thing. Yeah. Well, let's see. We have our quarter right here. Frick. So I think that classifies as another third. It could be like 2/5, but I don't want to do that to myself. You know, I have, oh, but it really looks like that. Maybe if it's even could be considered a half. Eh. It definitely does curve backwards with the thing, though. And honestly, think about what we're doing in 3D space for this, right? We are having a landmark to draw this. What does Uncomfortable's final one even look like in this? He kind of has it very flat right here, but it definitely goes along the surface, even to the point where, like, I would say, arguably, it's in line with like the button ish. So that's just a testament to the depth. But for the height we should implement it at, I think it's good to do right here, and we'll just heuristically curve down for it. So I'd say that's another half. Like so. Then specifically, I'll just put it right here in this like coordinate. Um, as for where it's located, though, what is this? What do I use this line for? Am I high? Oh, this is the beginning and the yeah. These aren't even actual lines. Those were just vibes, kind of. Huh. Um. Frick! Don't hit space. Don't do it. It's rough. Yeah, we can just assume actually for this that it's right here. My upstairs neighbor is throwing a party or something, and I just hope that they're okay. And I have faith in the tensile strength of my ceiling, but they're really shaking that a little bit. Like both my faith, tensile strength, just the overall strength of both my ceiling and my faith in the ceiling. Okay, this is not. Oh, Mr. Uncomfortable. Oh, only if you just gave us a side profile of this thing. We could extrapolate the beginnings of this to be about right here. Because, you know, like someone engineered this, right? So they wouldn't be doing, hopefully, wouldn't be doing like really wonky measurements and stuff. As for this feels like a third. So we're gonna say this can be a third right here. You know what? We'll keep it organized by restricting these things to only the sectors they're needed in. So as for this one's a half. I've heard people yell through the walls before, as well as other creaking sounds. Yeah, neighbors can be a little bit rowdy. Also, welcome to the stream, Cow. Hope you're doing well. We're on to the mouse demo now. Trying to uncover. Wow, holy, uncomfortable's decisions while making this mouse orthograph. And that should have been a red line. I don't know why I changed the color. Trying to say somewhat organized for this part. Then for this one, let's see. Let's suppose the halfway mark is right here. This also feels like yet another half. Hmm. Yeah, honestly, I kind of want to do my own mouse. But I don't know. I'm gonna stick with this. I just do really wish he provided us with a side and top profile of the mouse. But hey, because then I could do my own mouse. Yeah, I think one of the items I'm gonna do is gonna be my stapler. And I really have no idea what else I could use as my everyday objects. Maybe I have a ton of soap bottles and stuff. I also have a really itchy leg for some odd reason, so I have a lamp. It's not that small, but I do have a lamp. Foot powered bike pump. That is a good idea. I actually have one of those. Maybe I could do some of my tools for my bike. Like I have the what's it called? You're right. It's like a bike tire. It's like a bike tire tool. Oh my god, what is my upstairs neighbor doing? They're concerning me greatly. It's a tire lever. I'm about to like take my broom and hit it on my ceiling to like indicate my dissatisfaction with my upstairs neighbor's shenanigans. So yeah, this is like trivial. Bike shim / like tire tool. Yeah, no, I don't need this. This is like good idea, but it's way too trivial to do as a thing, so it's practically just a box with a little hook at the end. Hmm. Sorry, I forgot I need to. There we go. Lots of that. Maybe I should have like a blank screen or something, like a quick sensor instead of a transition. Be an option for the future. This isn't really straight, is it? Sarah's pair of scissors took me a few hours. Oh yeah, no. I am not underestimating those. I've actually I think I saw your scissors one. Yeah, it looked very, very time consuming. And with good reason. Yeah. But for that, yeah, the tire shim, just a rectangle. But yeah, like lesson 5 and lesson 4 especially, I was like, oh, it's just a beetle. You know, like beetle, the cephalothorax and abdomen. Yeah. And then it would take me like 2 days, right? So 3 days, 4 days. So yeah, I've learned my lesson when it comes to being like, oh, that's trivial, you know? But like if it was my phone, the curves on the edges could probably cause me some issues, but other than that. I feel like Uncomfortable also could have done something to indicate the like gap right here. Because he kind of just magically introduced that at a point right here on the top. IMO. Oh, I don't want to say that, no. Make sure I didn't reveal my personal, okay, my personal email or anything. School laptop. He's learned a ton since the demos. Usually take advice given the others' official critiques. Yes, yeah, I've looked through a couple of the lessons. I did that for lesson 5 as well because lesson 5 was still a bit thin. But yeah, I ought to after this stream look more heavily into those because Yeah, we need a lot. Um, this is my newest concern. I'd say this makes a third up here as well. There we go. Also, how hard is it to do a third? That's not too bad. It looks really cool. Hmm. Okay, I think I have generally what I want to do. I don't think there's any major landmarks that I'm missing. We don't really need this fourth line, do we? Oh, no, yeah, we need it for down here, so. Right there. Where does this one play a role? This one doesn't really need to. Oh, yeah, it needs to exist for this. This is going to get really messy. Well, we'll treat today's stream as kind of like a pilot study for how we want to do this. I have a feeling we'll probably need to draw my orthos bigger next time if I choose to do this again or like redo this. We'll continue with this though. This one I think is somewhat trivial. I'd say this is fifth. Let's use orange to represent a fifth. How bad is a fifth to make? That's so cool looking. I love how beautiful this looks. It's cool. Um, this feels like a fourth. Maybe even a third. Nah, that's a fourth. Um, that's a fourth. This ends maybe another fifth. This feels like less than a fifth right now. Kind of feels like a sixth, but I'm gonna treat it as a fifth. That one's pretty solid. So yeah, we'll work on implementing this for the rest of the stream, and then we'll call it. Cool. Let's get it. Cool. Okay. So where to start with this? All of it looks very intimidating, to say the least. We can do that fourth down here. Of course, like another challenge of this will be having a mental framework for tracking all the like little lines and stuff we're about to make. Move my mic closer. Apologize for the noise. We can actually get a halfway point here. Through this. There we go. And we want a third up here. That's going to be quite the journey. Let's go to our third. So I like this top one because the arrow shows you where the lines are coming from, and since we want the lines to be diagonal, we'll do that. So we start with a center. And then, okay, should have been over there, whatever. And then we draw our arrow. That's weird. This line happened to do that. Oh yeah, because it's still going through whatever. And then where the arrow intersects the cross section at the tiniest point is where the third is. This is whack. And we only need, which third do we need? We need the upper third. And that one actually goes across, so. Cool. Let's keep it going. We want to divide this into fourths. Oh yeah, I could have done a fourth right there. I'm so silly. Man. Hey, this is the point of demos. I just like backrooms my a ruler on accident. I am not a huge fan of the back rooms, just only because children have, not children, but I don't know, it gets overplayed, right? It's like FNAF is a wonderful game, but it gets overplayed, right? Stuff like that. But my favorite, I mean, Kane Pixels, not the inventor of the back rooms, but someone I hail as being that influential and important for the notion of what it is. This only is really needed over here, so we'll just do this. Then we want to cut this in half, and we can do so by extending this line upwards. It's so flooded with meme content that the effect of the original has almost been diluted. Yeah, and just crappy spin-offs, which I know is really mean to say because, you know, people were like really passionate about their sub-projects related to it. But like, Backrooms level 382. Like a lot of, you know, when anyone can contribute, any internet just by virtue has a lower entry threshold, you're going to get, you know, lower quality stuff. It's kind of like, you know, like Friend Slop, right? It's called Friend Slop for a reason. Now, some Friend Slop games are actually really good, but yeah. That's why this line, I actually probably didn't need right here. I needed it in this quadrant, I think. Which is a bit unfortunate. I like a handful of those extensions, but it's too much like a video game for me to conceptualize seriously. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I never conceptualized it seriously. I don't think either. Okay, so yeah, that should have been in this quadrant. Bit of so. Though I thought what a good liminal space levels would be like in a game. I mean, I didn't mean to make a liminal space, but I made a map for Gary's mod. I'm so pissed off because it was such an easy map to make. Like I didn't put much effort into it. I put effort, but like not. It got to like the top page, right? And it got like so many downloads for something that, and then I put like that much effort into other things and no one likes it. But like that one, it's so liminal. It's liminal. I think that was the first time I really, really, truly understood that you could put a lot of effort into something and it doesn't really matter. What is this green line doing? What did I use this for over here? Ah, yes, I see. And we'll do a third in this quadrant over here. I want the arrow to come from the top. So we're going to do the arrow facing the top. This is cool looking. There are some tough inaccuracies here. I'd also call that a third. We're just going to be spamming thirds tonight, guys. And hey, I'll take it. It's relatively doable. Measurement. That's... Should we do 2/5? No, it's too small to do 2/5. We'll do a third. And so yeah, we'll also... This. Yeah, cane pixels, especially, I feel like the oldest view just doesn't get talked about enough. That is probably my favorite internet horror thing ever. Because like the entire time I was like gritting my teeth. It's so great. I feel like it does everything that analog/found footage horror should do. Yeah, it's more digital because it's like mentioning TikTok and stuff, and it's all like a phone recording. It doesn't do any cliches that I find annoying. Like the phone glitching out, I find that to be an annoying cliche, even though it's quite common. Like lower the bitrate. If you're gonna do something that you want like distortion to show something that's wrong, lower the bitrate. That's enough. That's all. It is a effect that everyone recognizes as natural. So yeah, just do that. Okay, we're gonna have a third. We could do another third right here. And then Cane Pixels, I can't remember, it was the game one where you like made a full on freaking game. That one isn't my favorite, but it's still wonderful. It's still great. He to me is like a great example of just an artist. It's one I want to look up to in that respect. Six, I know, right? Was it six? Yeah, I knew he was young. I didn't know it was 16, dude. Holy. That's where passion gets you. Yeah, passion in action, I guess. There's plenty of passionate people in this world, but that ain't enough. Okay, let's start doing the mouse. Let's see. We may do another version of this a bit more cleaned up. We'll see. But if it works, it works. So yeah, one of the most important points down here. Why did I not drop that right here? Oh, I know I did. So yeah, we're gonna go here. It's gonna curve all the way up to this third. And I just realized, no, I didn't mess up horribly. It's just why. Oh yeah, I see. Never mind. Oh, Night in the Woods. Let's go. Good music. And then we'll start with the silhouette, and then we'll start working on something else. We're gonna go to this third right here. Huge. Those wheels, man, those things seem intimidating. Yeah, give it a flat top. I'm not vibing with that too much. So if we do perform another one of these, I would like to add some more curve up there. And for our third, oh yeah, where does this land? Let's do a fifth right there because I'm psychotic and evil. Yeah, let's do a fifth. Also because I'm just very interested in how to construct a fifth. Okay, so it feels like I'm learning spells, you know? Like it's a cool like thing to know. I've seen like D&D world building where people have made spells like geometric patterns, like permutations and combinations of like patterns of like octagons and stuff. Um, I just find that really neat. See, we only need the first fifth, which will be right here. Which we already have that line somehow on accident. Makes sense because that's a yeah, okay. So our first fifth is gonna be right here. Yeah. Doesn't feel like a fifth, but hey, what do I know? Oh, I messed it up. Dang it. The fifth was supposed to be over here. Well, here's our first big failure. Yikes. Wait. Nope. In fact, our failure was over here. Yeah, we made we made this too. This was supposed to go like this, so we did not fail right there. We failed earlier, but well over. So yeah, and then we have our third. We make contact at the halfway point right here. This part of the curve. Oof, yeah, I hate how square this is looking up here. This could be a third. We want the arrows to be coming up from here. We're gonna do a third both ways, actually. Oh wait, no, we already had a third, because you could just do it this way. Well, I'm silly. Yeah, I would really like for the top of this to be much more rounded. We're gonna call it here for the night. Yeah, I'm trying to diagnose what I do and don't like about this. Generally, most things are okay except for the top of it. I really don't like that. Yeah. And then, of course, this mistake was a bit annoying, but maybe we will do our own mouse. That's a consideration I'll take for next stream. I think that may be a good idea. But for now, we're gonna call it for the night, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. And no, we'll keep we'll keep going with this. And then we could do our own mouse, right? Or something like that. So we're gonna call it here. Thank you all very much for joining. Thank you, MCal, Bear Mug, Rise, and Penguin Claws. Welcome back, Penguin Claws. It's been a minute. yeah, so once again, thank you all very much for joining me tonight. We should have a normal stream schedule this week. I'm going to be taking Thursday off for the Game Awards, and I hope Half-Life 3 gets released. Probably not, but it's a hope, right? But once again, thank you all, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.